have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once. I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just... I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She says it's like a that's bringing me down. I went to a... He said my life's a bore. So quit my white cause it's bringing her down. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Grasping to control, so I better hold on. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just... Run it down, the sun is up. So run it down, get your money up. I put money down on all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, it's dangerous. Your problems are just not the same to us. We're dealing with things you ain't seen before. We're feeling the weight of our ancestors. We're healing with ways that don't last for long. Don't have but the time and it obvious. No help for the weak, but the strong. Plenty here for it for all of us. Now bring out the drums and the that my homies got me doing that they said wouldn't work. Bring out the and the it'll load up a I'm go the place with them car. I see the bums that be wishing we end in the ditch and the pain that see them ain't hurt. I see the love that we give and the love that we get. Make sure everything come up full circle. We went from nothing to something, got all of us jumping it that we made from the air. We went from running it with nothing to stop it, just feeding the neighborhood bruh. They ain't a person alive that be matching the vibe and then honestly ain't even fair. They ain't the do with the drive and the vision like I have unless I go look in the mirror, babe. So run it up, the sun is up. To run it down, get your money up. I put money down on all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, we run it up. Yeah, the minute the sun is up, there's no rest to my shut it down. Working for it, get your money up. Believe it on God, put money down. I'm betting the odds on all of us. I do it for all of my people now. Put that on everything that I love. Church. Yeah, on everything that I love. Yeah, ain't nothing that come up. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Now we go from angry and mad to happy and glad to find a solution for us. We go from sorry and sad to ready to grab a then get to the front. I want the money, the cash, the moolah, the bag, the currency, stacking it up. We want the freedom to live and the freedom to have. The things will be lacking, my bruh, so what are we lacking? I could point it out, so much that's around. Better settle down, no point doing that. Or they send the hounds, bite me in the, put me in the ground, turn me into ash, cut to carry down. From those who came up before me, I'm here to change up the story. Find me at work in the morning, find me where people are mourning, man. Cause death is around every corner. When life isn't free for a person, dog, you act like an animal corner. Savage is speaking a language, y'all, you don't understand, you a foreigner. But nobody needs an advantage now, we needed some balance and order. But you know that's never the case, never a chance that they're changing their ways. It's never a choice that they're giving to you, there will never be justice to face. We sing for the sorrow and dance for the pain. No one to follow, it's just you and me. I swear that it's coming, we starting today, but we wake up tomorrow and things are the same. Damn.
This speech is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. It's the play. Here we go. It's tricky to rock around, to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. It's tricky, 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 tricky. It's tricky to rock around, to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. Tricky, tricky. I met this little girlie. Her hair was kind of curly. Went to her house and out. I had to leave real early. These girls are really. All they just say is, or spend some time and rock a rhyme. I said it's not that easy. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. How is it, D? It's tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. Tricky. In New York, the people talking try to make us rhyme. They really hawk, but we just walk because we have no time. And in the city, it's a pity, cause we just can't hide. Tinted windows don't mean nothing, they know who's inside. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time. It's tricky. How is it, D? Tricky. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time. It's tricky. Tricky, huh? When I wake up, people take up mostly all of my time. I'm not singing, phone keep ringing, cause I make up a rhyme. I'm not bragging, people nagging, cause they think I'm a star. Always tearing what I'm wearing, I think they're going too far. A girl named Carol follows Daryl every gig we play. Then she dissed her and dismissed her, now she's shocking Jay. I ain't lying, girls be crying, cause I'm on TV. They even bother my poor father, cause he's down with me. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time. It's tricky. How is that? Tricky. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time. It's tricky. We don't use assume on your own. They all fuck up and latch, but we just leave it alone. It's like that, y'all, but we don't quit. You keep on rock shot, cause this is it.
Fall back here, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back here, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back here, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back here, get back.
Ball like yellow on leaves, ball like an all-white shirt, no sleeves. Tell her, put it like me, blowing a coffee, he's asleep. You weak, chic, the webby, look at the boots, fleet, headache. Got a hook till she give me a headache. Send me a text, I ain't reading no essay.
Fall back here, get back. Fall back here, get back.
I only like bad, but a thick, it's a big, it's a no, so long as she get really. Listen, I don't mean to call you up, cause I don't know that, and if I never call you again, that mean you throw back. We only met once, but we like we go back, way back, run it, now we on track. But you can never ever be my man, you a whole snap, you said it on your IG page, I ain't say that, like say that, lay back, in the back of the Maybach, play that.
kid. One girl, one side, in a dope, sending me a text like she misses. The only way she getting back in it. Fall back here, get fall back here, get back.
Man, I got this swag. My hat matching my bag. You know I'm poppin' tag. But man, I got this swag. Man, I got this swag. My hat matching my bag. You know I'm poppin' tag. But man, I got this swag. When I surf, now I be surfing swag. I'm on hypnotic, exotic, polo on my body. Got a bad girl beside me, and a friend right behind me, and I'm swag. I'm surf, I'm swag, I'm surf, I'm swag, I'm surf, I'm clean like this detergent. No, by the zone, yeah, strong, and you know I'm on 'cause I'm swag. I'm surf, I'm swag, I'm surf, I'm swag, I'm surf, I'm clean like this. Okay, I fall off in the club with a pocket full of bands. Big stupid friends like a rat up in some rain.
the rhymes up in the place, true indeed. Yes, I can't reckon that's word on my feed. I'm guaranteed to give you what you need. One blood, everybody like Junior Reed. Wake up every morning, yo, I must succeed. Nationwide rockers make the world stampede. Yo, Willie, make we roll some mad charge. Now I must proceed. Yo, we about to make moves, set speed. Beast to make me fight Q-tip, Ali Shaheed.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
About the pure breed.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Buffalo Bills. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. Kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as they'll be backed up to start this drive.
One guarantee I can absolutely make is that all week in preparation, the coach kept telling his team, we're on the road, don't do anything to bring the crowd into it, and that's exactly what they just did. A bad return, and now the home team crowd, they are fired up.
We'll get that complete to Velo. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A good start offensively. 15 yards of the game's initial play.
First down. A gain of 15. First down on New Orleans.
They'll try the left side with Etienne. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On second down, Etienne once more. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. You look at this Buffalo defense, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's a give to Etienne. And that one opened up for him well, as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Saints.
They'll run here with a rookie. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he is going to have a Saints first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
2nd and 3 from the 9. Shuck now to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Travis Etienne, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point forthcoming. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They start the drive and call. And he fights forward for a modest 2. The Saints defense, well, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Throwing, Shuck. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on third down. Now Shuck. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line. Instead of a 3rd-and-1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Etienne. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 1.
Let's go now.
To throw is Shuck. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Yeah, offenses are always trying to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. To throw now, Shuck. That's taken in left side by Vele. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So nothing doing there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Juwan Johnson, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Finding Shakir across the formation. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
That's good.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, 42 yards. And the Bills are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys that had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back in your salad days in Evansville.
Tyler Bass to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offensive coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Shuck out of the shotgun. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it, and he'll just get rid of it.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Here's Shuck. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22.
First down. A gain of 22 yards. And the Saints.
They'll look to throw here on first down. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver when he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Screenplay, here's Etienne. Fight, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Allen going to run with it. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw, it's Allen. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll look down the field here for Kincaid. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. They'll drop the throw. They'll drop this one off with ETN. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Olave holds it in. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
2nd and 10. Now Allen. Pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Throwing now is Allen. And this one is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now ETN to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Operating from the gun, here's Shuck. They'll find ETN out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Out of the gun now on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Shoves him away. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Neal. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Shuck now to throw. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. He'll try and do this himself. To the right side, he's got Vele. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Devon Vele from 17 yards out. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point safely through. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he goes out right around the 39. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 yards the gain for number 18. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Down inside the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. DJ Moore, 43 yards. And the Bills have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Saints take over 1st and 10. their own 28-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Allen running right on the option. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
Now, I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find a way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Here's Allen to throw it. That is caught. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. What a time for his first catch as they get the conversion on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
The first down carry for Davis. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Brown 80. What's that?
Allen hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down.
5 wide.
Allen going to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by Bass is good. And that'll bring them back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in 1 play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Now he's going to step up and run. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing, Shuck. There's a short one caught by Johnson. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Saints.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 63 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
19 right. 19 tight. 19 tight. Check one more. Check one more.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Allen. That's caught by Shakir. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Allen now looks to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
The Bills on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. to the air. Allen. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Bills. Khalil Shakir, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Allen will try to throw for it. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they aren't back within a single point here in the fourth. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
They'll drop that underneath to ETN. Now he's into the clear again. He may go. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Travis Etienne, 74 yards. And the Saints use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Bills 32.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That was Terrell Bernard navigating his way to the backfield and dropping him for a loss.
34-yard line.
To throw now, Shuck. He'll get that underneath Etienne. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
Here's Shuck. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
First down. It's a gain of 32. First down.
A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. In motion left goes Reynolds. To throw is Shuck. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Maxwell Hairston. And the Bills are right back in this football game. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sit.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Khalil Shakir with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Bills are back within a score. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, he picked up.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll return this ball across midfield. To the 47-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. From the gun again to Davis.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
For the right side here, complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Allen going to run with it, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Up the middle to Davis. And he'll get it down in the play to the 37th. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's taking a big risk at this late stage. They're not thinking field goal, though. They wanted to leave no doubt on that one. So they took the shot at the end zone, but it winds up incomplete.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And he's going to miss this one wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case, because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, it's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Hey, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession